wanted to show you it more or less. It's the wiring, seen the wiring. I cleaned it all up. All right, very clean. Cleaned it all up. I'm gonna do the rest later. That's not important. But yeah, man, it's done.
Thursday, look at Thursday, ain't even Thursday, I'm rocking her mix.
What's up, YouTube? What's up? Real quick, I'm outside with my grandmother. Amazing discovery. Yeah, Grandma, I'm doing this for YouTube. YouTube. Watch. So, P0641. I just watched the video. I bought a map sensor, and map sensor wasn't it. And then another guy said to check your fuel pump connections, and I checked that, and everything was good, right? And then I came to the fuse box. I'm like, okay, fuel pump connections. So let me check the fuel pump. Maybe it's the relay. Switch the relays, and it's still acting the same way. Check the fuel pump switch. Fuse. And it actually is giving me no power. So that makes a lot of sense. P0641 could just be a fuel pump. It could have just told me that on Google and I would have changed the fuel pump. But I'm gonna change it tomorrow and hopefully that's it. I'm gonna show you this in a second. Right, Grandma. So yeah. All right. Tester on the negative. The key was in the ignition, but obviously it was not lighting up. But you can see the key is in ignition actually. All right, so you can see everything else. BCM, TCM. This is the injector, so it's not gonna light up until you ignite. Right. But everything else is pretty much boom. But when you go to the fuel pump, dead, nothing. This is the live wire, the other side, dead. Like I said, I swapped them just to double check, and it's dead. So I'm guessing if there's no power coming from the fuel pump, but the car still turns on, which is amazing, and then gives me a engine reduced power code. I think if I change the fuel pump tomorrow, my problem will be solved. So, stay tuned. Alright, so real quick, I was telling Grandma, like, I should be able to turn this on at this point and stay on for a little while, but still with the engine reduced. So you're gonna see it in a second, and it's a hard code. Right there, boom. It's a hard code, meaning it's stuck into the system. Now look, boom, like I told you. Right? I told you, guy, right? Did I just say that? Just stay on? So. Now look, the car is in safety mode already, just because engine reduced power. And look, I'm getting it now. The only thing I can think of is AC compressor is 9. 10, nothing. It's a high beam. Alright. So, for the most part, I think it's the fuel pump. But now that it's giving me the lights, I gotta make sure. So tomorrow I'm gonna check through the car and see if there's another short. If there isn't, I'm gonna change the fuel pump. And I'll get to you with this P0641 code eventually. Give me a week, I guess. I can't stay without my car forever. Good morning, YouTube. Right. I had to retract my statement from yesterday. Show you something real fast. So, P0641. It came up with a map sensor at first. It was P0107. So it came up as a map sensor. I changed the map sensor last night, and it wasn't that. So then the reading after that is, what is it? P0069, which is biometrics. So then I go to the biometric sensor, which I have an extra one, and I'm checking the power. There's no power. So I think that's my problem right there. Most likely. So I checked the map sensor. As you can see, red light. Yeah, red light, boom. And then I also checked the coil, right? They all connected to the same wiring harness, right? And then check the biometrics, and nothing. Nothing at all. I switched sides. Oh, wow, what's the odds? Look at that shit. So, it's not a short in the line, that's what that means. Or maybe I just jammed it together to give power. But, boom, that's crazy. Before I started the video, there was no power. And I was gonna have to figure out the wiring problem. Now I have power. And oil. Wow. So that's a good start. Biometrics, and right now I got power to everything, which is great. Like I said, I was checking the power all last night, no power. I don't know why that is. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm kind of not sure about that right now. Because once I move those wires, now the car is acting right and it's showing me actual power. So what I would do is I think I'm gonna disconnect these wires, loosen them up so they're not so stiff, and then I'm gonna retape them. I think that's probably the best bet because I'm getting power now. And then I would double check the power. I have a new biometric sensor, and I also just put a manifold absolute pressure sensor, which is a map sensor. Manifold M, absolute A, and pressure for P, map sensor. That's crazy though. That is amazing actually. You think about it. So that's a good thing. I slept on it. I came out, so let me do some testing this morning, and it looks positive right now. So, like I said, I'm gonna take off these wires. Oh, sorry, it's kind of tired. It's 8 o'clock in the morning in Brooklyn right now. You know, like one person outside maybe. Everybody's still sleeping. But yeah, so that's good. I got the power, which makes sense that if the power is going to the biometric sensor and the sensor is throwing back off a code, meaning that it wasn't getting any power, or it's just a bad sensor, right? The good thing is that I got 2 brand new sensors. So when I come back from the store and handle this, I should be able to turn this car on and those codes should go away because power is going to the sensor and the sensor is new. If I continue having a problem like that, I am kind of scared. What would it be? What could it be? You know, doesn't make sense. So, stay tuned, y'all. Keep me updated. Remember, P0069 and a P0641 and P0107. So 3 different codes that I'm getting. I'm trying to figure out the problem, the root of the problem. Like I said last night, the biometric sensor was not giving me any power. I just got the power about 5 minutes ago, which is weird. But after I disconnected all the wires, everybody told me it was a short in the wire. But you gotta remember, these cars, 10 years old, you know, these wires been sitting in that direction for 10 years. So I'll let y'all know once I fix the problem. I'm definitely gonna fix it today. Stay tuned. All right, man. It's gonna get a little crazy. This is the biometrics. I'm gonna switch it now. I already swapped. Swap the map sensor. Swap in biometrics. It's early in the morning, so it's great. Yeah, just my luck. Not the damn side. I said, just my luck. It's not number 10. Let's see, it's 13. 13 seems a little big. Let's see, what's this? 12. No, what's this? Yeah, 12. Boom. Boom. It's pretty simple, y'all. I'm not sure exactly what these things do. Is air pressure. And, yeah, this part kind of sucks, y'all. I had electronic tools. Came right out, I guess. I'm not even showing you where it's located at, guys, because literally you can see it right on the top. So I'm really thinking that there's definitely a short, or this machine doesn't work. So obviously this is the old one, a newer one, not necessarily new. But I had this in the other car, and I never had this issue with biometrics. So, it's just weird. So, you never know. Literally put it back in place, guys. Like little dirt and shit. Take it out. Yeah. But at least it's back in now. literally I'm just gonna plug it back together and it should turn on the car, no problem. No check engine light, but I gotta reset the system. Reset the system. Just taking out the terminals. Taking out the terminals. And at this point now, I'm pretty sure I can just connect, right? I'm expecting all my wires. I said I don't see a short, so it's hard for me to judge if it was a short all along. But a short could also mean no connection to the sensor. That's why the sensor's going off and saying it's a short. So I'm gonna plug these guys in quick. Check they all have power. 2, right? And number 3, no power to the left now. Boom. Zen, give me a second. I'm gonna wait 5 minutes and then turn the call. All right, guys. So I found the short. So, my map sensor had power, coil had power. Remember I checked the biometrics and had power. When I plugged everything back in, right, that's the biometrics down there. I plugged everything back in, I turned the car on. What's up, man? I had to turn the car on. Same codes happened, engine reduced power, everything. Unplugged this wire, tested it again, and got no power, right? So obviously it has to be the wires, right? So we followed this cable straight up, and if you watch real closely, guys, boom, see that? Hold on. Damn. Not focusing. See that right there? I'm zooming. Boom. See that? See that? Corroded. 3 wires corroded. 4 wires corroded. So I'm gonna handle that in a second. And that should be no problem. Alright. This is like a $500 fucking fine. They were trying to charge me to diagnose these problems, and I just pretty much did it myself. You see it's right there. So I'm pretty sure that wire is hitting the ground, and now allowing the power to go through to the biometrics because this one is going off. So I'm pretty sure that's it. And I'm gonna get some black tape, and not even black tape. I'm gonna get heat shrink this up, take this all up the right way. And I should be good though. Definitely, that was definitely a problem. All right, so if you don't know, I've had this biometrics problem for about a month. And I didn't know why it kept on coming on and off every now and again. Most of the time I just moved some wires and it came back on. And up to yesterday, the car was not going out of limp mode, which is engine reduced power. So I'm pretty sure this ground, right? I mean, those wires right there is definitely the culprit. It makes sense that if the map sensor got shorted out, it shorts out the biometric sensor. They both send off a code saying that they don't get no air through the system, and simple, it's done. It goes back into safe mode, and then I'm back out here resetting the system again. But I think that's it, man. Like I said, I'm gonna do all the wiring when I come back in a little while, and then I'll show you guys when I'm done. All right, y'all. So I kind of finished it up. Show you real fast, you know, more or less. new wires right here. All clean, taped up, shit like that. And, we're just gonna connect it, man. Hopefully everything works. So it's all done. Now, moment of truth is pretty much. Like I said, pretty much is done. P0641, P107, and P0069. All three codes that I came up with. I ended up looking for the short underneath by the oil pressure sensor, and I actually worked out for me. I found a short on that side. And then I go to the top and I change the mass airflow sensor. Not mass airflow, the MAP sensor. So manifold absolute pressure sensor. Change that, $75 in AutoZone, and it still wasn't a problem. But the good thing is that as I was changing that, I thought it was the biometrics, changed the biometrics, and ended up seeing the short on the wires there. Currently, just turned it on. It's the first time in 2 days that I have not got a check engine light or engine reduced power on the startup, which is a very positive note. The computer is not in limp mode, so it won't drive slow. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna open up everything right now. And that might have been my problem on my gas, pressing the gas. It used to shake every now and again depending on the speed. And I'm thinking it could have been an electrical circuit problem that was telling it to kind of calm down. But for the most part, that's kind of how you fix that issue. It's all over YouTube, and I couldn't really find a problem. Everybody came out saying something different, and I find out it was a short. So obviously, look by your map sensor for your short, and it should be good. All right. Good luck, y'all.